And so this is what it looks like, my outgoing packages for the day. So if you take a look, what you'll see is 3 levels. Like, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this level, and then that goes 1, 2, 3 deep. So that's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. There's a couple of big ones, 28, and there's one out of focus there. So there's like 29 boxes, something like that went out today. And that's what happens when you know how to increase your sales. Hey, working class hustlers, La Machine here, and in this video I'm going to show you how I was able to really increase my sales. This is going to be a tip that you can also apply. It's my secret weapon. It's my go-to. So what was going on last Thursday, I was saying, wow, I need to increase sales. I've got inventory sitting out here, and I needed to figure out, okay, what can I do? So what I ended up doing here, I'll show you. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look inside of my Amazon Seller Central account, and what you can see, just kind of looking over my numbers here, just so you can see what I've done in revenue for the last 30 days. Now, what happened was this. Again, we want to take a look at specifically what was going on the 24th, I meant to say. So what I was doing was I was looking at the month of August, and I was saying, I was just running along here and seeing how my sales were going. Okay. So let's say, what is this? On the 16th, my high was 43. And I'm like, okay, we need a peak, and we need to exceed that. So what we ended up doing was we ended up going with, I ended up using the software goAura. So this is pretty much what the software looks like. And we got plenty of videos on the software. Okay. I really suggest you watch them, especially the ones that I did with the founder, Dylan Carter. Just such a smart guy. Now you'll notice, especially if you watch those videos, you can automate goAura so that it automatically goes and updates and does things. But I don't always do that. A lot of times I want to be consciously aware of what's going on. So I went out and I actually made some changes, and those changes actually caused some a major spike. We're gonna get to that, but basically what we did was we went out and we made some changes to some specific items, and I'm gonna show you. Let's get into it, and I can kind of show you what happened. Okay, hustler, so here you can see today is August the 28th. The year is 2022. Now, what happened was on the 24th, we set our Repricer, and really didn't do anything. If you notice, we had 10 sales that day. But then the next day, see, it needed a day to start making adjustments. And then you can see the next day we went up to 20. The following day we went back to 10. But then we jumped back up to 18. Then so far today, this is showing 14, but that's really not up to date. How do we know that? Because if we come over and we actually look at our sales today, and I can tell you guys, what we're looking at is today's sales. We actually have 24 so far. You can see today is the 28th, but I can tell you, we don't usually get sales like this on a Sunday. Let's take a look a little bit deeper and see exactly how we did that. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over, we're We're gonna bring this over, and what you can see is a couple of days ago, which was after we made the change, right after we set the repricer. A couple days ago, we sold one of those Black & Deckers. Remember, we looked at that 19 hours ago. We sold another one. And exactly how did that happen? So we're going to come over into Aura. Here's that product, right? Now, when we come down and we go, you can see where we enabled it. And we see that we have the buy box strategy on. For me, I have that set to where I'm getting a 20% return on investment. Guys, if you want to learn how to do that, we've got videos on the software Aura. But watch what happens. This is where it gets interesting. When you click on view price changes and let that load, here you can see from the 24th, from the time we turned it on, right away, we started out at $50. The software said, okay, we need to drop this down $2.65 to kind of get competitive. And they did that around 3:15, quarter after 3, something like that. Then you can see we started dropping down a penny, 2 pennies, a penny, a penny, a penny, a penny, a penny, until we started getting sales. Now, remember what I said, and remember what I showed you. Amazon is on those listings, and that's the reason why I tell you I don't run away from listings that have Amazon on it. A lot of sellers do. Good, let them run, and that's more profit for you. And you know, it's just going to depend on the product, how much you can make. And I wanted to show you, we're in Inventory Lab. I would have liked to have shown you the actual profit the way Inventory Labs displays it, but it hasn't been long enough. You need at least 3 days, and we'll show you that in a moment. But okay, so here's for the one that we sold for $47.31. Well, we spent $26.49. That gives us a net profit of $6.77. You're talking about, you could round up to 26% return on investment. Guys, this is just me personally. I have to also factor in what it costs to ship into the warehouse. So that would be anywhere between 30 and 50 cents. That's what my average is. So that would bring us down a few points, no problem. That's still a decent return on investment for me. Yours is going to be different depending on your business model. But just remember what I've been saying since the beginning. Amazon has nothing to gain by pricing you out so that you fail and then lose and leave their platform. They don't want that. They're making money whether it's you selling the product, whether it's them. You know what they want? Both. So, you know, are they going to take the lion's share? Probably. Are they going to keep you from making any money and not selling? As long as you can be within range, they want you to sell as well. So let's take a look at another example I want to show you. Okay, guys, so here's the other product I want to show you. It is a Johnson & Johnson's baby creamy oil, and it is a 2-pack. But again, look at, we made the change on the 24th. We turned on the repricer, and here you can see the 25th and the 25th we sold those. Okay, and these were enough to where you could actually come into Inventory Lab, go to accounting, go to FBA sales, stick that ASIN in there, and then you can see the profit. But before we do that, how did that happen? Well, here we go again, guys. We made the change. So here's the product, right? Johnson baby creamy oil, blah, 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 blah. We have it on. But when we come down to view price changes and let that load, we can see. Okay, so on the 24th, it made a change. It took us from the $19.19 that we started at, it dropped us 35 cents. And then what happened? What happened? Later on that day, the software decided to raise the price back up 35 cents. This is what I like about the software Aura, because you don't want it to just constantly be lowering the price. Sometimes you want it to at least try to raise the price. That's why I'm a little reluctant to use the repricer that comes with Seller Central. People might ask, well, why would you pay money for a third-party repricer when Amazon comes with a repricer? I think there's a
bit of bias. In my opinion and my experience, Amazon wants to lower the price. And if they can do it off of your back, meaning you're selling the product, not them, they get to lower the price, lowers your profit, and then they can tell their customers, hey, look, we got the cheapest prices. Look, here's a working class hustler lowering the price, lowering his margins, and we're making money anyway, and we get to tout cheap prices. That's just my opinion. Now, if any hustlers out there using the Amazon Repricer that comes in Seller Central and you're using it successfully, please let us know. But that's my approach. And so again, we're going to come over into Inventory Lab, and this time we can actually look, and here's what you're going to see. This is what it cost. Now, mind you, this is what we sold it at. Our buy cost, $878. That's for 2 of them. It's a 2-pack. You got a net profit of $183. You could round that up to 21% return on investment, but that's not a true representation of what we made, because you still got to take out what we spent to send it in. Like I said, it's always 30 to 50 cents. You made $1 and some change. I'm okay with that, because this is part of a much bigger system. And guys, you got to remember, I'm not an accountant, so you do want to talk to a pro, but I expense what it costs me to ship. In other words, this is a legitimate business, and we can write things off. Writing off doesn't mean you get it back, but it does count against what is taxable. So, okay. So just keep that in mind.
And so this is what it looks like, my outgoing packages for the day. If you take a look, what you'll see is 3 levels. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this level, and then that goes 1, 2, 3 deep. So that's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. There's a couple of big ones, 28, and there's one out of focus there. So there's like 29 boxes, something like that went out today. And that's what happens when you know how to increase your sales. Okay, so if we go back into my account, so from here we were looking up until the 24th of August. But if we go here, we're looking at the entire month. Now today is actually the 30th, and what we're looking at, look at what happened. Remember, on the 24th, that's when we went out and made some changes in Aura, and nothing really happened there. But then we had a spike up to 26 units. We went down a bit. We went up on the 27th to 24. We went up to 49 units on the 28th. So we had a pretty big spike there. And that's what I wanted to show you. Remember, guys, as always, take advantage of the tools and resources down in the description. That's there for your benefit. As always, you can text the words "working class hustler" to the number on your screen or down in the description, and you can contact me directly. I'd love to be able to help you, and it costs you absolutely nothing. You can just run your quick questions and things by me. I'm there for that. And I do encourage you, to try the software. We have a link in the description. I've been talking about it for years because I use it. And, like I said, you can automate it. If you're a big automation kind of guy, I like to be a little bit more hands-on. Maybe I'll get to the point where I automate more. Please do the community a service and leave comments. Maybe you're using Aura. Maybe you use Be Cool, which is another repricer. Maybe you reprice by hand. Maybe you use Amazon's reseller that's in Seller Central. Whatever it may be, if you have anything of value to add, please leave a comment. We certainly appreciate it. And go watch those other videos. I'll see you there.